Hello, crafty friends. My name's Alicia, but as always, you can call me Crafty Al. And welcome to a special unboxing and kind of trial run of what might be my new favorite crafting tool. I have already probably spoiled it with the title and over there in the live chat with the poll, but let me know if you're here in the live chat if you own a magnetic glass craft mat from Glassboard Studio. You can do yes one, yes multiple, or not yet. And if you're not yet, you can see the description box for a link to go check them out. If you're here on replay, let me know your answer down in that comment section below. And also, so I am new to these, so I would like to know your best tips and your favorite things about your Glassboard Studio. So if you're here in the live chat, type tips in all cap if you have a tip for me, favorite in all caps if you have something that you really love about your Glassboard. And then if there's something you would maybe like me to try while we're getting crafty today, you can put questions. Probably not the best word for that, since I always like to ask you guys while I'm crafting. If you do have questions for me, that you type question all caps in front of your message, but we'll figure it out, right? We'll have some fun together. If you are here, don't forget to smash that like button. Give me this video your stamp of approval. Maybe share it with a crafty friend who wants to know more about Glassboard Studio glass craft mats. All disclosures, I was contacted by Shannon of Glassboard Studio, and she did send me this to try out. And so if you use the links that I provide, you will, I'll make a small, I cannot speak this morning, guys. I'll make a small portion of that sale at no extra cost to you. And Shannon also gave me a special code for you guys. So you can save 15% over at Glassboard Studio with the code CALLMECRAFTYAL at checkout. That would be all one word at checkout. Now, you do have to use it at the time of the checkout. You can't use it on past orders, and there might be some exclusions. So far, I haven't found any, but always test that out before you go ahead and do that final checkout. Now, if you are here in the live, let me know if you have a Glassboard Studio glass craft mat. Let me know the size you have and the design, or if you have like the white, or they might have black ones, let me know that as well. And I'm seeing over here, oh, Susan, yes, Susan says that she's here sort of watching the TE Combo Club reveal too. I realized after I set this live stream that it went live exactly as Taylor was going to be showing the new supersize combo, which is a club you had to sign up for ahead of time. But you guys, it might be my favorite, and I want to share it. I want to show you what it looks like. Let me change this. You guys, this one is so cute. Look at this. It's called Postmarked Layering Stencil and 3D Embossing Folder Combo. And let me see if I can look at that, you guys. It's like a happy mail background, and then you get to emboss all those areas. So I am super excited about that one. Oh, let's go face here. All right, let's see. Mona has a big one. Barbara says she loves her Glassboard Studio. Best decision she made was to purchase that. Love to hear it. Makes blending ink so easy. Plus those super duper magnets hold your cards down. Easy cleanup. So that is kind of what I have heard. And before Shannon reached out to me, I had already been going back and forth. Should I get one? Should I not? You know, TE has one, and I believe it's made by them, you know, with some great markings, and it's like 18 by 24, I think. But I'm always worried about my studio lights shining off that. And since 95% of the crafting I do is recorded, I didn't want that to be like a big deal or a distraction in my videos. So you're going to see today, I started with a smaller one. So I'm going to see how I like this, how I like using it, because I'm also not sure that I want to constantly work on a glass surface. Okay. Because, you know, if you do like a lot of ink blending, you know, like stenciling, you know, all the time, messy things, that's probably great. But, you know, I do a lot of stuff with just pattern paper for sheet load, so I didn't know how I would feel about that. Alyssa said she has a Tim Holtz one. Depending on your light's position, it might reflect. Yes, and I believe that I don't have my lights set up correctly. And after we set them up, we put tiles in the ceiling, so it's kind of hard to move. I was thinking about getting different lights, like smaller ones, so... But I don't want to invest like $300, you know, just to have a different surface if I can just use a smaller one. And speaking of that, oh, first of all, is anybody's new favorite color orange glitter? Let me know. Put some orange hearts over there in the chat if you know what that is. Barbara says she has 18 by 24 and is a floral craft mat. I bet it's pretty. After I open up mine, we will go over to their website and I will show you like some of the different options they have and the different sizes. But guys, if you're ready to open my glass craft mat, give me some drum rolls over there in the chat. After you do that, make sure to smash that like button. I'm also going to hydrate a little bit. Catherine said, can I add diffusers? They are studio lights that have those white diffusers over them. Yeah, believe me, I've tried, like even sometimes when I'm taking my pictures here, like on my work surface, I have to like move myself or my camera in a certain way to not get a glare, especially like with clear cards. All right. Pam says she loves hers. A magnetic backing is a plus. Yes. All right, guys, let's go ahead and open this up. Are we ready? So again, if you're going to shop, I have that affiliate link down in the description box below, and you can save 15% with the code CALLMECRAFTYAL. So this came, I got my glass mat, and then Shannon also sent me some magnets. But first, let's get to the meat. Let's get what you're here for, okay? I do see a few drum rolls over there in the chat. Get those in if you're ready to see it. Welcome, Teresa. All right. I don't know if like if the pretty side's going to be up when I open it. Oh, you guys. You guys, I chose Rainbow Splatter. Is that not gorgeous? Now, let's see. It's not called Rainbow Splatter. Let me tell you what it is called. It is called Color Burst. But, oh my goodness, you know that I had to have that one. And, you know, really, I'll have to move it around my work surface, but it does kind of only show the lights if I angle it. So we'll see. All right. Now, a couple things. Oh, sorry, Craftalanche. A couple things. This thing is hard to move. I wanted to slide it to the center, but yeah, it has like some rubber things there, so it doesn't just slide all over the place. Welcome, Danny. She says she would constantly be trying to wipe off the splatter. I never thought about that, especially if I do splatter on it. But usually I get a box out, so I'm probably okay. But yeah, I could see that. Okay, let's see what it says. Thank you for your purchase. Again, I was sent this by Shannon. Only super strong. Neodymium. Sorry, somebody out there probably knows how to pronounce that. Rare earth magnets will work on this metal-backed glass board. So you can scan that QR code. And it does have a promo code to save 10% off. But again, if you want to check this out, remember you can save 15% off with my code. And then over here, it says some jewelry can scratch glass. That is what I was told. I think it might have been Yvette who said her metal watch band scratched her. She has a larger one. And funny story, you know, I always had that rainbow kind of silicone watch band. But recently my husband bought me this metal one that I fell in love with that still has a rainbow. But I think because my mat is smaller, you know, I don't think my watch will be touching that very often. Hard objects like glass containers can damage it. Try not to press too hard when cutting. Okay, I probably won't be cutting on this. Please remember your glass board is scratch resistant, not scratch proof. All right. Should we see how easy this is to take off? Oh, super simple. I didn't even have to get out the Goo Gone. I might stick that on my box just in case. I need to refer back. So what do you all think? What do you all think? Let's go ahead now and go over and check out the different patterns they do have. So up on screen now is the one I got. And again, that's called Color Burst. And they have 5 different sizes. So down here at the bottom, I asked for the 9x12. I thought that was big enough to stencil my Creatin' quads. And then definitely like 6x6 stencils. Oh, yeah, Catherine just had a good idea. She says I could also save the sticker to the back side of the glass craft mat. I might try to do that, Catherine. Let me see if I can peel it off the box. Yes, I can. Came right off. I like that idea. I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. All right. All right, so they have those different sizes, 9x12, 13.5 by 18, 18 by 24, 24 by 36, and look at that, 36 by 48. Wow, that would be huge. And they do each month, I believe, they have a special one. And this month it is the Retro Sun, which I love that, but I don't know if it wouldn't be too distracting for like my videos, but that is a very fun look. They have True White. Let me go back to the 9x12. Gray, black, the pretty floral one. Oh, look at that purple meadow lilac. I was never a purple fan until my mom passed. And, you know, we did lots of stuff in purple in honor of her. The Color Burst one, aqua, like that. Vintage floral, that is pretty. This one's called Ice Craft. Let's see the difference. Oh, so more blue. I would probably get this one if I chose a blue one. Blush, a light pink. Sugar. Oh, look at that sugar cookie. It's pink with sprinkles. We have Spring with bows. This one, Crafter's Edge Craft Matte. So that has some angle pieces up here, it looks like. Community Garden. And then this one, I might have been like last month's special one. So let me know which one caught your eye over there in the chat box. Let me know. And, well, I gotta try to move that again to get it straight. Let's go ahead and open up our magnets, and then I'm going to show you one accessory I bought on my own from a different company. So first up is, I think it's called a mag ruler, Mega Bar mag ruler. And this is a 6-inch ruler that's a magnet. Oh, that's nice and strong there. And then to help pick it up, this is nice. There's like a lip on the back, because if it was just flat, it would probably be hard to pick up. But I could see myself using this to like hold down the tops of stencils. Or today I'm going to show you how I'm going to use it with a tip someone told me. I think it was Tracy of Not Afraid of Color. I'm going to try this to put a card together using it with something else. And yeah, let's go ahead. And then I got some of the little pawn magnets, I think they are called. Yep. So I got 2 of these in purple. I requested that again in honor of my mom. Purple's becoming one of my favorite colors too, but this is like my other. So again, these are nice and strong. I could probably see me holding down, you know, stencils to stencil with. You know, if I kept this one at the top and then held the bottom down with these, you know, we would see. I'll have to see how I'm going to use all of these goodies. And then Tailored Expressions, you know, they have that huge one, which has lots of great markings for card makers. Going to be honest, I would love to have it. But they have, I believe it's exclusive to them. I think that's what it said. And it is called a Glassboard Buddy. So if you have Tailored Expressions inks, Gina K Designs inks, and any others that have that same size and shape, this is, oh goodness, can't get the packaging off. Oh, because it's kind of stuck to there. Okay, I'm just going to open this up. So this, I don't think is magnetic. What I think this is, it has some non-stick stuff there on the bottom. Oh, no, it is magnetic too. But, oh, okay, so this might not work for me if I'm using a 6x6 stencil, because my board is kind of little, but you know, if I do invest in a bigger one, then I'll have this. But if you have any of those inks that are this size, it will fit in there, you know, so it holds while you're blending. And then also, if you want to put your, let me see here. I have some sequins. If you are decorating and you want to put, you know, your embellishments in there to pick up, you know, have them handy. There is, look at that, a little opening. I don't know if you can see that. I don't want to tilt it too much, but there's a little opening so that you can easily pour that back into your bag when you're done. So again, if I love this, I will probably have to get a larger one. Oh, Dawn said that she got the second size, and I think that was like 13.5 by 18, and she already wants to size up. Yeah, I really thought with this one, I would have enough room for like a 6x6 stencil and still have room for this, but I don't know. We'll try it today. We will try it because I am going to get crafty, which, speaking of getting crafty, I'm going to try to make 2 things while we're live together, just so we can try out different techniques and stuff on this craft mat. But before we do that, I need a color palette, you guys, for one of my creations. So you know what time it is. Get those poll lights over in that chat box while I get out the color cube cards that we will be voting on. Oh, yes, Catherine, thank you. Don't forget to show some love and like and subscribe. Yes, if you're not subscribed, I hope you'll smash that. Well, smash the subscribe button, turn on all notifications, and then, yes, please give this video your stamp of approval by clicking that thumbs up. Right now, there are 41 of you on here and 29 stamps of approval. 29 of you have hit that like button. Let's see if we can get that a little higher. All right, for my color palette today. I just kind of picked out a few cards from my color cube box and then picked out some I liked. So I don't think I'm going to show you what I'm crafting with, because first we're going to make an ink smush background. And then while that dries, I'm going to move on to another thing I want to try with the board. And then we'll finish that first card and I'll do some stenciling. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to show you what I'm creating with. Dawn says she just got here. Darn migraine. Sorry, Dawn. What was that thing you had the gems in? Dawn, that is from Tailored Expressions, and it is their Glassboard Buddy. So it's a little magnetized tray that you can put, you know, your embellishments in, or again, your ink pads that fit. And this is, I believe, exclusive to Tailored Expressions. I do have a link for this down in that description box below if you want to check it out. Okay, are you ready to see the color cube cards? I see that Teresa is, but since she used the special member lights, it won't show up. But let's see. Catherine's got her sirens. Barbara, same thing, has her sirens. So only, oh, Trina too. I almost missed Trina. Trina's got a siren out there. I don't know if you guys are ready for the poll. You got to get me some sirens. You got to get me some police sirens over in that chat box. Remember, if you're not a member, you can start typing in POL in the emoji section, and it will pull up the little red light. There we go. Thank you, Elaine. Thank you, Catherine. All right, let's go and take a look at these. I'll show them to you first, then I will get the poll set up. So you don't need to tell me which one you prefer. I will do an official poll, so that will take care of all of the voting. So the first one is this nice, fun birthday one. It has a super bright yellow and then some kind of pinks and purples. The next one, more of a night scene, a dark purple, some shades of mauve or pink, some blues. And then finally, this hot air balloon one with lots of fun, bright colors. I'm going to get the poll set up, and then I will tell you which applies to which of these. But, oh, I guess first I need to end the poll, you guys. So, okay, 76% of you do not yet have a glass craft mat from Glassboard Studio. 18% of you do have one, and 4% of you, which might be one of you, has multiple. Excellent. Don't forget, if you're here on replay, to let me know your answer down in that comment section below. But I'm going to get the next poll ready, and then I'll tell you which option is which. All right. On the poll, this is going to be A, B, and C. So think about which one you would like to see me use. And now I will give you a minute to get that poll taken. Let me know your favorite. I don't know. I don't know if I have a favorite from these. I think that they would all look very neat with what I'm going to hopefully try to do right. It might go wrong. We might have to get out the oops button. Catherine says she loves them all. Yeah, I think they'll all make neat cards. Ooh, we almost have as many thumbs ups as we do people on here. I only need 2 more of you to smash that like button. Okay, we have about 15 seconds to get your vote in. And then we'll try to pick out some colors to go with these. And I am going to do some ink smooshing. So hopefully I have liquid watercolors in most of these. All right, let's see what one. All right, with 57% of the vote, I will be using C today. I think I'm going to keep these handy to give these a try sometime. I like those. So now comes the part where I'm going to bring in my, you'll have to ignore these. I need to make some more cardstock samplers, so I put little sticky notes in there. But once I pick out a color cube card, I like to bring in my Tailored Expressions cardstock swatch ring. I have inks in all of these and liquid watercolors in some of them. Unlike some other inks, you cannot, these Tailored Expressions inks, you can't mix with water. They're not water reactive. So that's why they have those liquid watercolors. And when you're picking out your colors, on the back, if you don't have something that's exactly like what they show on the front, you can do shades of it or whatever you have that's close. It doesn't have to be perfect, right? And if you're looking for color cube cards, I might have the link in the description box. I'm honestly not sure if I added that one or not, because I wasn't, until this morning, I wasn't really sure what I was going to do today. But let me see. I'm going to go ahead and turn on. If you are interested in finding out more about color cubes, I will throw that link over in the chat, and then Nightbot will share it with me, or share it too later. All right. So I think for this first one, I'll use Cookie Monster. And in case you're new to my channel, so you saw how I kept my swatch ring. It's in like Roy G. Biv or rainbow order. But when I store my cardstock and my inks, I keep those in alphabetical order. For me, that just works great. Instead of later trying to figure out, oh, exactly where does this pink go in the order, I know exactly how to alphabetize that in the alphabet. So I have 2 carousels back here for my inks. The second one has some Tailored Expressions and then all of my Gina K. and TE is releasing one ink color for the rest each month for the rest of the year. So I'll be doing some switching around there and it'll get filled up even more. And so here's my ink. I'm going to see if I have the liquid watercolor. Yes, I do. So here's the liquid watercolor. Next up is this pretty green. I think I'm going to go, it's not perfect, but I think I'm going to go with dill pickle. That one does not have a liquid watercolor. So I might have one. You know, I'll just not worry about that. Next up is the orange, which my go-to is usually candy corn for that. And then right next to it is a darker orange. Okay, so you'll notice here that I have a tag. That's because I thought Tailored Expressions was going to have to discontinue their sweet potato pie cardstock, but they got it back in. So I don't yet have a cardstock swatch for that. So I think the sweet potato pie is actually closer. So I have candy corn and sweet potato pie. Wow, those look really close together, don't they? We'll see how that goes. And then a red, which they just have a couple reds. I'm going to go watermelon. And finally, this nice pink. That is like a gorgeous pink color. I think I will go with, I'm going to go with bubblegum. It's a little bit darker than bubblegum, but I think that's closest. And now I stopped getting out watercolors. Let me see what I have here. And there's candy corn. All right. I don't have either of these in liquid watercolor, so I'm going to get out Lollipop for the pink. It's kind of close to bubblegum, and I will use that since it's going to be watered down, right? And the first thing I'm going to do is create a background so that has time to dry. And you know I love to use my ink smushers. I saw how to use this or how to make these over at NB Cards, and I do have a link to the tutorial to make this down in the description box below. So make sure to go check it out if you have not made one of your own yet. And ahead of time, I pre-cut a piece of Bristol Smooth cardstock to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and I'm going to do some ink smooshing on the background. I think for this, I'm going to use the pawn magnets, and for now, maybe just put one in each corner. And then all I have to do, you guys, this is glass craft mat. You know, normally I would use, I have like this piece of laminated grid paper. I would use that. But now I just have something permanent that I can use. So I'm going to put a couple. Oops, I squirted that out. I did not put drops. And then get some water. now, kind of rub that around in there. I like to tap it off. I have no idea the look I'm going for here. Just want to get some color on the background. Okay. Now, I need to clean both of these off. Now, if this was bigger, I probably wouldn't have to move this. Guys, I can already tell you, I think I'm going to have to get a bigger one. I think I'm going to love this. Okay, so I want to clean this off. I'm going to try a couple different things. So I was influenced to buy these rags from Jennifer McGuire. I think they pick stuff up nicely. So most of that wiped right off with my rag. But then I also have a bottle of water here. Let's see, I would think that that would get up most of the rest. But, you know, if you had something, you know, if like an ink was a little bit harder, I also have a spray bottle of alcohol. And so I know the difference. I just put that pink dot on the cap of that. Let me know, you guys who do have glass craft mats, what you use to clean yours up. I know Danny told me yesterday we finally got to go out for lunch. And we had not been out to lunch together since April, you guys. And she said that she just keeps baby wipes handy, which I did just discover something as I was putting this back. So there are spots here for a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch piece of cardstock. I'm going to assume that, yeah, they go like that too. So that's kind of nice if you're trying to center it. And I'm going to dry this real quick, okay? All right, Susan says alcohol will clean it easy peasy. Alyssa says she uses water and soap. Susan says alcohol again. Yeah. All right, I am going to put on some music for you guys while I dry this just a little bit before I move on to the next color. Let's see what music I have for you. All right, hope you enjoyed the music for a little bit. Now I'm going to move on to the next color. And I think what I'll do is use the pink. And I'll do like the pink kind of to one side of the blue. And then the, what is that? Candy corn, the orange to the other side. So I'm going to go ahead and just put those drops over here on the left so I don't have to clean up this side so quickly. If you have already made yourself an ink smusher, let me know over there in that chat box or in the description box or in the comment section below. And if you love it. All right, I want to, this is pretty dark, so I want to get a lot of that off. All right, I think I'm going to call that good. Just going to wipe this off. And that, it didn't clean off with that, so I'm just going to spray it with some water because I do not want to get this pink into my orange. And then I'll put the orange over here. Barbara says she has not made a smusher, but it's on her list to do. Oh, I hope you will, Barbara. They are so much fun. Oh, I think I need to shake this up. Came out a little wonky. And I'll do one more drop. I see a lot of you have said you have seen the instructions and want to make it, but haven't yet. Okay. I think we're going to just stick with that, guys. So I'm going to set this to the side and just let it dry while I keep crafting just behind me. And then let's clean up all of this mess. Again, I'm just going to try water for most of it. Get some water on there. I want to be careful with the alcohol because the grid on my mat behind it might not stand up to having alcohol sprayed on it all the time. That might get rid of it. But guys, that cleaned up really beautifully. I see like down here, there's a little bit of that, of the pink, but that's something I could just clean off later with some alcohol, just a little bit more carefully. Trina said she has made one and used it several times. Awesome. Teresa says she hasn't made a smoosher yet. She might need to. She's not much of an ink smoosher, though. Teresa, I wasn't either until I made a smoosher. Oh, here, Danny said that, but I guess she doesn't look like she's tried it yet. Oops, here we go. Oh, Susan says the grid on hers is still here. So, like, you have one of these cutting mats too, Susan, in this background. That's good to know because I am kind of always afraid to spray stuff on here that's not water. I know that alcohol won't hurt the grid on this. Oh, Elaine, that was such a good idea. I could have cleaned that up with some other cardstock. But see, that's like the thing. That's why I had to go to the ink smushers because I used to try to put the liquid on something and then, you know, put my cardstock down into it to do like the smush technique, but I've never liked how mine look. But yeah, I could have probably cleaned that up. Okay. All right, now you guys, while that dries, we're going to try something else. I'm going to move on to the second card. And what I'm going to do, this might look familiar. These are the pieces for this month's sheet load. Now, you all saw me use this ruler. You all saw me use this to help, you know, get the nice even borders. But I am pretty sure it was T or Tracy from Not Afraid of Color who told me, and some other people might have as well, that they like to hold their ruler down with a magnet on this, you know, when they're doing other stuff. And I thought, what if I held this ruler down while I put my sheet load together? Then I don't have as much to hold. So I think for this, the first thing I'm going to try is just with these little pawn magnets. And I want to make sure that the 1/nth jig is toward me. Catherine, it looks like my cameras are working to me, but yeah, always let me know because you know how they've been lately. And then I'm going to bring in all of my pieces here. I did pre-cut these ahead of time. And if you have not yet downloaded this month's sheet load of cards, you can check out my channel to find out how to get that free download. Just go to my regular videos tab. And I'll be using this, let's see, I think it's Tropical Punch for my background. And all I'm going to do, you guys, yeah, see, that holds that down nice and tight. That is nice. So this is going to keep my ruler in place so I don't have to worry about, you know, holding more than one thing. And then let's put this together, you guys. And I hope to, at the end of this live stream, have at least one card put together so we can do a little giveaway. And then I'm just going to put that right in the corner. Okay, now, no, it didn't. And now I can just rotate this and put it in that same corner to keep moving on. If you have made this month's sheet load, type sheet load over in the chat box or down in that description box or down the comment section. I keep saying description box for you guys to put stuff in, but you can't do that. And again, when you get to the bottom, since this is actually upside down now, you would want to keep that in mind before you put your piece down. But my pattern paper does not have a direction, so we'll be okay. Oh, I moved that. I moved my cardstock, you guys. There we go. Ooh, Teresa has made it. Alessa has made it. Christina is about ready to make it. Awesome. Oh, Dawn said she got the 12 and 6-inch rulers when she ordered her mat. I did not even know they had a 12-inch. Again, if you're coming in late and you're thinking about ordering from Glassboard Studio, don't forget you can save 15% off with the code CALLMECRAFTYAL, and that is all one word. So there, I have that first one put down, okay? And so it is a free printable that I put out each month. It's 2 pages where I give you a new sketch, supply list, and cutting guides to make the most of your products and yield a sheet load of cards. Probably don't have time in this video to go over it in much more depth, but this printable is free to subscribers for 2 years. If you're a member, you would have evergreen access to it. So I would go to my channel, check out the latest sheet load videos, and that's going to give you a better idea. I have the debut where I share it, and then I have a process video where I put my first set of cards together using it. All right, now for the rest of these, just like I did with the sheet load, I'm just going to eyeball putting on the other pieces. I could keep using that ruler if I wanted, but I think the eyeballing, it works well. And it's a little bit quicker than lining it up with the ruler. But you definitely, those first pieces, you definitely want to get those down nice and as exact as you can, right? Nothing's ever going to be perfect. Ooh, Paula said she's made several sets with this month's sheet load. Love to hear it. Oh, Dawn, yay. Combo pack is great. She just ordered 2 sets of organizers and 1 set of 12 rainbow magnets. Thanks for the 15% off. Thank you so much, Dawn, for ordering and using that code and my links. Thank you so very much. All right. So here we go, a quick and easy background for a sheet load. And ahead of time, I prepared an off-white A2 card base, and I'm going to keep this here for just a little bit because I'm going to go ahead and have that help me get this centered on the front because it is that same 1/8 of an inch border. So it's going to slip my card base. Ooh, that's tight now. Slip my card base right underneath there. And now I can just put this right up in that same corner. And there we go, you guys. For my sentiment, I used an old die I had here in my stash, and I cut it out of that same colored cardstock as the background. And for my vellum, okay, so I showed you guys that trick in my process video of putting, you know, printer paper with your vellum embossing folder. Well, I will tell you, because this embossing folder has so many lines, it did want to cut it right over here. So I'm going to be very, very pretty. Not pretty. I just read that. I'm going to be very, very careful not to tear that. And then I think my sentiment will keep it held together. So I added that wood grain texture to this because of the pattern paper I use had some wood grains behind those flowers. Now, since that background is bumpy, I want to give it some extra time to dry. So you guys, I am going to, first I want to make sure I have it in the right place. I'm going to hold that down with that magnet for just a minute, okay? And then we can hydrate. Let me know what you're sipping on. I'm two-fisting it today, double-fisting it. I have water. Told Danny yesterday I'm going to try to be better about it, and a Diet Coke for some caffeine. Oh, you guys. We just hit 50 thumbs ups. I know some of you have came in a little bit late, so if you haven't yet smashed that like button, I hope you'll do that. All right, see a lot of you. Water, Coke Zero, tea. Awesome. Yeah, you got to stay hydrated. All right, I'm going to call that probably good. So again, that, oh, I was thinking, I'm like, why is that moving around? Because I did not actually glue this down. So let me go ahead and do that same thing. And again, because that background, that vellum is textured, I'm going to add some extra glue here behind where the hello is. And then I'll use that ruler again to help me hold this down. I'm going to try to get that centered as best as possible. And then we'll hold that in place. So now we have some more time to talk. Is there anything that you would like to see me try on the glass craft mat? I am going to be layer stenciling here in just a little bit with those colors we picked out with the other set. But is there anything you were wondering about? The magnetic glass craft mat from Glassboard Studio. If you do over there, again, put question in all caps for me. Some more waters are rolling in. Okay. Now, I'm going to put these back up here, and I'm done with the A7 ruler, which I saw one of you, sorry, it flew up. I think somebody just got their A7. I just got some more A7s in the mail yesterday. I bought one as a backup and one to put in my treasure box. So those arrived yesterday. And there we go, you guys. We have a sheet load. And I wasn't thinking early. Oh, wait, I guess I do have some scraps. You know what? I'll cut that up and put it on the inside. Sherry says, cutting on it with a craft knife, does it hurt it? So I did share before what it says on here. And it says, careful not to cut too hard. Try not to press too hard when cutting. And it may be better to cut particularly thick materials on a different surface. So I can try to, well, you know what, here. It won't be a perfect cut, but I will cut that, okay? I need to cut that down to 5 1/4 inches. So, okay. And I think I forgot to pull Sherry's question up. So she wanted to know about the craft knife. I will tell you, Sherry, these things scare me, but for you, I will try it out, okay? I don't know what it is. I always feel, not that I've ever even gotten close, but I always feel like I'm going to cut off my finger or something. Okay, I'm going to put this, I'm going to use my grid. And you know what? May as well use my magnets. Hold that end down. And then I want to cut it at 5 1/4 inches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 1/4. You know what I think I'll do is put my ruler right where 5 1/4 is. That one's stick. And here, I'll try this. Are we ready? It says we can cut on it. Okay. So there was the cut. And no, it's fine there. Nothing happened. But yeah, it does say don't do it. Would I do that a lot? No, I probably would not, just because, you know, I like my trimmer, especially for straight cuts. And again, I'm not a fan of an X-Acto blade. But I wanted to try that for you, just so you will know in case you're considering one. Okay, now I'm going to put this on the inside. I see a couple of you said, no, don't do it. It does say you can. It says, but again, it says scratch resistant, not scratch proof, and to be careful. All right, so we have a card right there, which don't forget, if you stick around, I will be giving the card away, which reminds me, I need to go make sure I've turned on that claim form. Okay, now let's go back to card number 1. You know what? This still looks a little wet, so I'm going to dry it just a little bit. Dry it just a little bit. So I'll put on some more music and mute myself. Thank you, Dawn. Thank you, Barbara. If I wasn't worried about like making brown, and if I dried between it, probably shouldn't have been as bad. I would have probably mixed, you know, like intersperse these more. So let's get, well, I guess I don't really need that now, because what I needed to do, I need to do layered stenciling, you guys. So what I'm using is a set that from Tailored Expressions that I got from one of those Scrapbook and Cards Today magazines virtual events. And it is a layered stencil set that makes these fun words right here. So they're colorful. And I can't remember if it came with the die or if I bought that separately, like that was an option they had. So then you can cut that out. But I'm going to stencil these, which it's 4 6x6 stencils. I decided, since I use Bristol Smooth on here, that I would use Bristol Smooth for my sentiment, just so those white cardstocks kind of matched. And beforehand, I cut this down to a 5 3/4 inch square. Now, to hold this in place, I can't really hold the cardstock itself in place with the magnets. So I think what I'll do, since it's not like a full coverage stencil, you know, it just does those words, I'm just going to put some painter's tape on the edge. And this one does not have a grid for 6x6. The Tailored Expressions one does, I think. But I want to do, I'm going to try to center. Oh, again, mine was not quite 6x6 anyway, so it wouldn't work. I'm just going to tape these down. And then for my stencils, I wonder if I should move this down so I can use my little, or guys, what if I do this? Teresa has a question. She says she's confused as to why I can't use a magnet to hold it down. So Teresa, I'm going to use the magnets to hold my stencils down, but I'm afraid that since these are layering stencils, I'm afraid that when I go to place the next stencil, if I try to hold everything, all the cardstock and the stencil down with magnets, that this is going to move and it will affect the different layers of my final stencil. Let me know if that doesn't make sense. I tried to explain it as best as I could. You know, if it was just like a single layer stencil, I probably could. I just want to make sure that this stays exactly where it needs to be in case, well, these will move because I have to switch them out, but that is why. But what I think I'm going to do, you guys, I'm going to move this down a little bit. I'm going to put it right down here at the bottom and put my ink pad holder right there, okay? We'll try that. I know I'm going to want that bigger board, you guys. Okay. I'm just going to grab the first one here. Oh, I do want to make sure that, so Tailored Expressions always like etches their stencils with their name and then the stencil number it is. Now you don't necessarily have to go in order, but that way at least you know that this is right side up. So what I'm going to do with this, I'm going to start by using the grid background. And then let's see, I want to find some open areas here to put my magnets. There we go. Got to make sure not to cover that up because that's actually part of it. And now I think I'm just going to grab the first ink that I found here. Okay, well here, I want to think about this. So I have 4 stencils. So I think what I will do is use the blue, the green, one of the oranges, and then maybe the bubble gum. So the blue, the green, one of the oranges, which are about the same. So I'll do candy corn and then bubble gum. Blue ink. And the last time I used this blue, it was on a really dark one. So I'm going to just make sure I don't have any blue ink left on there. And now everybody says they love this for their ink blending. So I'm hoping I have, oh, look, that's nice. That magnetizes right down to there. Oh, this is weird, you guys. Like, I always, of course, have to hold my stencil down, and I don't right now, so that feels weird, but I kind of like it. Oh, no, it moved. Oh, see that? Oh, I don't like that. Has anybody had that problem? I thought that would hold it down. Maybe I need to use my big ruler, because that's what I was worried about. Let me try to get this back in place. You know what? I'm going to, I don't have much room to use this. I do not want this thing moving on me. Give me your best tips on that one, you guys. Maybe I do need to just lightly hold that down. And again, we're trying this out today. We're trying this out, right? I do have to move that so I can get right down in this corner. And these stencils also have some little squares on them for alignment. So I'm going to go ahead and stencil those in. Now, one thing, Not my favorite is having to move the magnets all the time out of my way. So let me know what you guys do who have these. See, it moved again. Okay. I'm so sad. I wanted those magnets to hold that down. Does anybody have any tips? Hello, Yvette. Or maybe I just have to physically hold it down a little bit more. Maybe I'm getting too comfortable and not holding it down. Because I do really love, like, you know, if you get the ink on the edges, you can pull that back in to blend your area. So I think I would just have to kind of get used to moving the magnets and holding it down. Let me know if you guys have any tips or tricks. Dawn said that she would size up 2 sizes at least. Yeah, if I buy a bigger one, I'm definitely going the 18 by 24. All right, so there's the first layer with the Cookie Monster. The next one I'll do Dill Pickle with layer number 2. And you guys know I like to try to keep that reveal until the end. And now I'm going to start with that same grid, but I'm also going to line up where I have inked up those alignment marks. Oh, Elaine, that's a good idea. Elaine says she would still use a sticky grid mat underneath. That's a good idea. Now, for this stencil, since I cut my background cardstock so big, it might not work, but that probably would be nice. And that's why we're trying it out, right? I want to get my honest thoughts. I of course, love the pattern. It worked very well for the magnet with the sheet load. I think I just have to, I can't get in the habit of not holding down the stencil at all. Because just a little pressure here is working on it. Barbara says more magnets. Leanne says she still tacks her paper down on her glass mat. Yes, thank goodness I did tack my cardstock down at least. And then Dawn said everything different takes some time to get to know, especially if you've been doing something one way for a while. Very, very good point, Dawn. And I think too, like if I was just going to ink blend a background, I would love just having that surface off to the side, you know, just again, so you can pick up that ink and put it right back on your cardstock. You know, if you weren't doing stenciling, if you're just, yeah, like doing an ombre or just ink blending that background. Now, this cardstock does have a little texture to it, so it might look a little bit more rough than a normal stenciling job, but again, I did the same cardstock as my ink smusher. Dawn says she has not gotten to use hers yet, only ordered the ruler set of magnets when she ordered the mat last week. All right. And then Barbara said she thinks having the bigger glass board helps tremendously too. Yeah, I do have a small area to work in. I think if I would have had it rotated and not used this, it probably would be better because I wouldn't be like so smushed in something. But again, I'm like, oh, this 9 by 12 will do, which I like the fact I can travel like with this. I can bring it in when I need one in a video, you know, especially if I'm doing ink smushing or something where it's messy. That worked like a charm, cleaned up so easily. So. All right. Oh, I forgot I need to cover that up. Okay, you guys have kind of seen it. All right, the next color is going to be candy corn, so an orange. Elaine, yes, there is a die for this stencil. There is. I'm not sure. This was one that was part, I think this was the one, or heck, maybe that was the Christmas one. I could be wrong. But I got either this one or a Christmas themed one as part of a virtual event with Scrapbook and Cards today. Once I'm done with my live stream here, I will see if this is available currently in the TE store. And if it is, I'll add my affiliate link below, which you guys, first of all, I want to say thank you so much to everyone who takes the time to use those affiliate links, whether it's for me or another one of your favorite creators. What those links are that we usually provide, again, they're called affiliate links, and we make a small portion of that sale. It's anywhere usually between 1 and 10%. More of the times around 5%, but it doesn't cost you guys anything extra if you're out shopping already. It doesn't cost you anything extra. And what it does, not only do we get a small portion of that sale so I can keep buying more craft supplies to use here, but it lets those companies know that you're enjoying seeing what we're doing with their products. So I might get more opportunities to showcase different brands with you. So again, love for you to use those. If you're ever going to shop, like let's say you're going to shop at Tailored Expressions, but it's not something that I've ever shown, in the bottom of most of my description boxes is my store affiliate link list. And you can click on those links just to the main store and shop, or you can click on any other link from that store that I have provided. You don't just have to buy those links. So again, thank you so much. I know many of you have been using those for the Pink and Main Advent calendars, for the Spellbinders Advent calendar, for the TE Advent calendar when it was available for pre-order. So I really do greatly appreciate that. Thank you so much for taking the time to use those. And if you do have any questions about affiliate links, you can always ask here or reach out via email. Oh, Yvette says she used my links to order 2 different advent calendars this year, waiting for one more to be available to order, and I will be sure to use your link. Thank you so much, friend. I totally appreciate that. And yes, so in the winter, in December, Yvette and I both do Advent live streams. So if you don't already subscribe to Yvette Olea Creates, make sure to do that. If you watch my sheet load, you probably already subscribed to her, but you'll want to do that. Last year she went live before I did, and I went live after her. So you might get a sneak peek, but they're always fun live streams. We do stuff that's completely different. So I hope you'll check that out. Yvette. Okay, so the Spellbinders Christmas Advent calendar is not available for pre-order yet, unless you maybe pre-ordered it from a local scrapbook store, like a local retailer. You might have been able to pre-order through them. Spellbinders comes at the end of the month for club members and the beginning of September for non-club members. But as soon as I know when those are available, I will send out links in my email newsletter. So if you're not already signed up for that, down in that description box below, you can join my newsletter list. I know Yvette is not Yvette. I know Nightbot is sharing the links over in the chat as well sometimes to my email list. But they did have, Spellbinders did have their Halloween Advent calendar. Those are all sold out. But I will have 3 to give away during my live series in October. So if you did miss getting one, I hope that you will watch those, and then you can enter to win, just like with my holiday and my Easter ones. I really like that I can just ink up and I don't have to hold that down too. That's nice. And if you're coming in late, this is the color cube card that live viewers chose earlier for me to be using. So that's why you'll see these colors being used. And then finally, go with bubblegum for the fourth stencil. Again, I'm trying to line up with the squares, but sometimes you have to wiggle these just a little bit. Welcome, Chris. Glad you made it home safely. Hope you're all healed up and feeling better. So you should start seeing this glass board in upcoming videos. I've had it for a while, but I have not had time to open it up and sit down and use it. So that's why I haven't used it in a video yet, because I really wanted to make a dedicated video all about unboxing it, but I haven't had time yet. So now that I have it open, I cannot wait to start using it in the videos. Because yeah, I'm glad that that there's no glare on it, because you know that was my biggest concern, why I never ordered my own before, because I definitely have been to their site many times before they reached out. Uh-oh, I did put here at the bottom, I put my tape too close to that, which I'm gonna have to go back in. All right, put my tape too close to that, so I had to move that. Sorry, I just want to make sure my cardstock's being held down. There you go. Dawn said she ordered hers 2.5 months ago from a local shop. Wow, that is super early for that holiday. I did not realize they had already done that. And then Chris, yay, so glad you're home and doing better. And she also ordered hers a while ago. I love it. I did get mine from, because Spellbinder sent me one to use in some pre-recorded videos. And then when they do come up for pre-order to the public, I need to order one more for a prize in December. But I have already seen it, and you guys, the packaging is probably my favorite packaging of theirs so far. It is so cute, the design of it. It still, you know, looks like their regular holiday advent calendars, but just like the design on it. I love it. All right, are you guys ready? Whew. Got a little workout there with all the ink blending. If you are ready for the big reveal, put some drum rolls over in that chat box. I'm gonna get a sip of both my drinks. I need some caffeine. Barbara's got some drum rolls. Oh, different types of drums. Yes, thank you, Barbara. She's ready. Leanne's ready. Teresa's ready. Trina, Christina. All right, guys. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. Are we ready? Remember, this was the color palette that was chosen. So let's go ahead and sit this up here so we can see what we think. Yeah, I think I got to get a bigger one, you guys. All right, ready? Oh, here. Oh. So I guess my tape was covering up the orange, but aren't those so fun? I guess I won't be able to use this sentiment, but I can either do the hey or hooray on my background. But aren't those fun? I almost think I want to do the hooray. Or should I do the hey? Should we do a poll? Should we do a poll? Let me know if you think I should put the hey or hooray, and I will get that poll ready. This will be another quick one, just a minute. Yep, I see those poll lights. I see those poll lights coming in. Get those in the chat, and then I will give you 1 minute to vote in that poll, friends. And I'll go ahead and put it overhead so you can, oh, maybe. Let's put it overhead so you can see what those look like. Teresa, thank you so very much, friend. That is greatly appreciated. Way too kind. Thank you very much. Let's see if we can get. Thank you so much, friend. All right. Poll light off because it is over. I have not looked to see what won, but let's go ahead. All I see is 50% up here, so it might be close. Oh, that's going to be close if I only had 2 options. Oh, you guys. Oh, no, it is exactly 50-50. All right, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to cut both out, and then I will put them on that card, the card back, the card base, whatever. I'll put them on, you know, the ink smush thing I made, and then I guess I'll make an executive decision. That's funny. All righty. Gonna go ahead and rotate that back around. And my dies for this, I have not cut them apart yet, so I need to do that. What did I do with them? Oh, here they are. So yes, this has, if you want to look before I get to the description box, if you click on any of my TE links below, you can search for Play on Words to see if it's available. But again, I don't know if this was exclusive to that event or if it was an even different one, because I know they did like holiday themed ones too. I always like to bring in my little waste basket here when I cut these apart. So, oh, you know what, guys? It does look like when I cut the hay, it's not going to cut the circle out, that fancy circle out behind it. So that might make a difference to us. Oh, goodness, that is tight in there. All right, I'm going to just have to bend that one. And then when I actually do the clipping of the little parts, I like to kind of point it down into my trash can and make sure it goes in there because I do not want metal in my eyeball or in my foot. Okay, hooray. Oh, I see Daddy said cut it out with a circle die so I don't lose that part. That is an idea. That is. I was really hoping to use these. I can still use the hooray. I also, something else I have, you guys, is a stencil that does that same thing. I could cut this out like it's meant to be, and then maybe use one of the colors, like maybe the green, since I didn't use the green watercolor, to make that starburst. All right, I think for now, I'm going to just set this to the side for now. Oh, wait, I'm going to leave these with it. So I have some more work area here. I guess that would be one advantage if I had a bigger mat. And I'm definitely going to cut out the hooray. How fun is that? So I would almost think that needs something else behind it if I use that. Okay. Let me see if I have a circle die that will fit that. I'm just gonna get the ones that are closest to me. My old trusty spellbinders. All right. Susan says for the, I think probably for the hooray, a rectangle piece of vellum. Lady right after my own heart there, using vellum, you know that. That probably would be a good idea, like maybe a strip to go across the center. All right, so there's my circle. And then you said to cut that out. Cut that out. Gotta figure out. Gotta be smarter. Okay, let me. Oh, found it. I could not figure out how that one went on there. And I'm just using some Scotch removable tape that I keep right next to me here. And I just use this until it completely loses its sticky. I just put it right on my die cutter. Ooh, Kenzie says, do a shadow layer for the hooray. Kind of like that. Like that idea as well, too, Kenzie. Which, by the way, Kenzie is one of my new channel members. Thank you so much for joining membership. All right, so like have that, but I am going to go ahead and cut this down because I do want this smaller. I'm getting a very small area to craft here. So I'm just going to take 1/8 of an inch off each edge. So this will be 4 by 5 1/4 when it's cut down. So since I don't have any green here, I might want to do a green card base. Oh, now I got to figure out how that goes in there again. Okay. Let me go ahead and get my green card base made, which would be with dill pickle. And yesterday when Danny and I were at lunch, she said how she has been using more white card bases lately. And I used to be the one who never used a color cardstock card base, but I do more and more. So we're kind of switching it up. And then later off camera, I will put a piece of white cardstock on the inside of this for the personal message. All right, let's see what we think here. So, oh, guys, great place for my board and magnets. I can kind of audition these pieces and you can see it, but I did not clean this up yet from stenciling with it. So I'm just using the rag for this. Okay. Just want to clean that up a little bit. And then I can hold these right in place. So, and it's sticking to my scissors too. Okay. Oh, I should probably go ahead and cut this out. Cut out the shadow. So let's start with this. So here would be my hay, and then I would pop that up. I wonder, maybe even pop it up and offset it a little bit. Let me go ahead and I'll put some foam on the back of that. Because no matter if I use this on this card or something else, I'm most likely going to pop it up. So adding the foam tape the foam dots will not hurt anything now. Okay, so let me zoom in a little bit. I don't know if you'll be able to see kind of how it is popped up off there. Sorry, I'm not trying to make you sick with the motion. I'm trying to get it. We'll just leave it there. So that would be that one. And then I'm going to get a scrap of candy corn here and cut this die out again. This is an old card base that I did not end up using. So there's the first one, okay? So kind of keep an idea what that looks like. It does cover up a lot of that orange. And I think even if I flip the front around, it'll still cover up then a lot of the pink. So there's the first one. And then there would be that one. Let me go grab a piece of vellum. How big is this? It's about 1 inch. Okay, so there we could just leave it with just the shadow, right? Or you put it on vellum. I think that helps it stand out. Okay, so here are going to be our options. I'll just go by the words. So hey, which is the circle with the hey popped up, or the hooray, all right? So can't keep going back and forth, but so here's the hooray. And then here would be the hey. And I think I might kind of turn it a little bit, angle it like that. Okay, let me get that pole ready. Get your pole lights out. So get your pole lights going, guys. Get those on over there. And I will give you 1 minute to get those votes in. Okay, I'm not going to look at what won, but it looks like one of them was pretty overwhelming. With 80% of the vote, we will be going with hooray. I do have an idea later for this hay, so I might make another card. Let me... Can't shut off my pole light. There we go. Teresa said, could I use all the colors of the diamond drops for your sparkle? Probably. I did pull out some diamond dots earlier for consideration. Oh, wait, that was actually for my sheet load card. Yes. Okay. So we're going to go with this with the vellum. Should I angle it, you guys? I kind of like it angled. But for what I'm going to do for right now is go ahead and get this adhered to the bottom. So I'm just going to put some liquid glue on the front of the orange one. And then offset this just a little bit. I'm going to start at the bottom and then try to keep that offset even as I go down here from the exclamation mark up to the H. And then my ruler is going to come in super handy to hold that in place. I'll go ahead and get this on my card base. Oh, wait, no, I don't want to do that yet because I need to wrap the vellum around there. Whew, okay. So I'm going to wrap this first. Don't forget to stick around because I will be giving away a card. And to enter for that, you just need to be at least 18 years old. You can be anywhere in the world. And you do need to be a subscriber to my channel. So if you're not yet subscribed, there's still time for you to click on that button down in that comment, or in the, sorry, no, click on the button right below this video. Turn on the bell for all notifications. And since I did do some ink smooshing on this, and it's not too badly warped, but a little bit, I am going to put some adhesive there through the center. Go ahead and I'll bring back in. Bring this back in. Yeah, I think I'm definitely gonna need the bigger one. And I want, oh crap, I forgot which. I think I want the orange at the bottom. Yeah, let's see. Oh gosh, that magnet is strong, you guys. You know, well, I don't know if I want to. I'm just going to use dimensionals on this. I was thinking about getting out my big blue roll of foam tape, but I think dimensionals might be a little quicker. As I say that, I have to cut some of these in half. Maybe not. Trying to make sure that they stay behind either the white or the orange cardstock when I put them down. Oh, and thank you so much for becoming a channel member. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Make sure, any channel members, if you didn't know, you'll want to check out the membership tab here on my channel, and those are going to give you the links to all of your perks, and it also gives you a link to a monthly blog, and at the top of those is a special members only email address, so you can reach out to me with that if you have any other questions about membership or any of the perks. I'm going to put one more little one right there. All right, a little excessive there for me on the glue dots, or the foam dots. I usually don't do that many. Okay. Oh gosh. I do like this to just like hold stuff down. That's nice. So I have like an extra pair of hands. And for this, so I have a little bit of wiggle time. I'm going to put some liquid glue on top of that foam tape. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, I like that. So oh gosh. Okay, so I would try that, but I'm afraid it's going to move my hooray, and I really want it to stay there. So for now, I'm just going to use my other paperweight, but I do love being able to hold that in place. And I just saw John Pounds' message. He says he wants to see me use only earth tones. John, make sure to stick around for the fall. That's my favorite season, and I love to use different fall color palettes. So no worries, I'll be back with that. Susan said, have you seen the Combo Club supersize items? Susan, I did, and I placed my order at about 9:15. I haven't bought anything. I haven't bought anything, any of the supersize yet, I don't think, for this new club, but I bought everything from today. I did get like that bundle or whatever. So yes, that was very neat. All right. I have quite the mess here, you guys. I don't know if you can like see behind me. It's just like a small tornado hit. It just, everything's all over. You know, my paper is pulled out there. This is a mess. You should see it now. It was a little bit more straightened up earlier. Let's go. Oh, speaking of. No, not speaking of, but that just made me think I want to check the thumbs up. So you guys, ooh, we have 66 likes. You guys, I have a deal for you. If everybody who is in here smashes that like button, I will give away both cards today. So if you're coming in late and you haven't already clicked that thumbs up, please do that. I need 9 more of you. I need 9 more of you to smash that like button, okay? Yeah, Susan says she supersized as well. Yeah, I could not pass that up. I'm very excited to get it. And I think they usually try to mail the supersized items with the club. So, yay. All right. Let's see where we're at. All right, we only need 3 more of you, only 3 more of you to smash that like button, and then I will give away both cards, okay? I'll go ahead and share those on my desktop. First of all, the reason for today's video was to unbox and get crafty with my new magnetic glass craft mat from the Glassboard Studio. I can already tell you guys, I think I'm going to have to get the bigger one, which that reminds me, I wanted to try something else because I told you at the beginning, I had never bought one because I'm afraid with my studio lights, I'm going to get an awful glare. But I'm going to be honest with you, so I don't see anything when it's in the center. Let me zoom out just a little bit. Oh, not that far. See, look at this mess, you guys. Oh, and then my camera decided it does not want to zoom in. There we go. Oh, I have to shut this off, you guys. So every once in a while, when I zoom out, my camera decides to flip out and go all the way out, and then it won't go back in. So we're gonna shut that off, turn it back on, and then see if I can move this around, and see if I get like glare from any of my other lights. Let's try that again. Anne Marie says, "What is a magnetic glass craft mat?" So, the mat that I've been using, it is magnetic. I'll show you the back of it here in just a minute. Okay, I'm going to stay zoomed out just a little bit. So this itself is magnetic. That's why all of these stick to it. And I'll leave those on there. But on the back is where they have that sheet metal or whatever that makes it magnetic. Susan says that she surprised I do not have the TE large glass board. I know, Susan, that again, it's because I'm always afraid that these lights are going to reflect off of it. And because 99% of my crafting is for videos, I didn't want it to be annoying in a video. but I would not be surprised if you don't see that making an appearance soon. Like maybe when I go to Stamp Joy in the fall and I can physically carry it home with me. But yeah, I've always been worried about those studio lights and glare, but that's why we're going to do this, you guys. So I zoomed out just a little bit so I can see more of my board, but you can see my lights. Like, you know, if this was tilted, right, you can see where my lights are over there. But you guys, I really thought that no matter where I moved this, that you would see those studio lights. Now, I don't right now. Let me know if I am missing something. Do you start? Oh my gosh. Look at that. Like, I don't see it anywhere. Did you guys? Again, I tilted it. Did you see that anywhere? Oh man. My wallet might be a little bit thinner very soon. I love this rainbow splatter one. And again, I'm going to use this, you know, until I get a bigger one. Or yeah, somebody mentioned travel. When I went to Paperganza last month, what I did, I needed a surface, you know, like if I ink blended or something. So I just cut one of these in half and laminated it so I had a little travel one. But this would be perfect for traveling. Oh my gosh. Yes. I love this. I love it. Oh, now one thing though I would have to keep in mind, and I don't know if Yvette's still here, but I believe she's the one who told me about the watch band. So if it's bigger, my watch band probably would sit on it more. So I would either have to move back to my silicone band when I'm crafting and maybe just use this one for special occasions. But guys, should I go see if we got to 75 thumbs ups? Oh my gosh, you guys, we are 1 like away from 75. Is there one of you out there watching now who can smash that like button? One more like, and I will give away both cards, which I think that they are ready to view. So I'm going to go ahead and move this out of the way. Bring back in both the cards I made today. And again, I have an idea of what I might do with this one. Yvette said the silicone band doesn't help because the clasp will still scratch the board. I'm pretty sure I've only had it off for a week and I can't even remember, but my entire band is silicone. Maybe the little button that holds it in place is not. I can't even remember now, and I've barely not been wearing it. I'll have to look into that. All right. Kenzie switched to her other account. Thank you, Kenzie. I'm going to do one more little look here. See if I can zoom in now that. No, my remote does not want to work. Okay. And again, I also had the just a note, and if I wouldn't have had my tape down there, I think this would have been a very cute one too. Okay. Let's see. Did we do it? Crush. Oh, we did. Yay. Let me see if I have like a celebration. We did go over that 75, but if you're here and you haven't yet hit it, oh, okay. If you're sensitive to sound, you might want to plug your ears a little bit, but thank you for getting to 75 likes. Now I will give away both of those cards. So since I'm giving away both of them, we'll do separate hashtags for each card. Sorry about that one. I forgot that I had that on loop. I did not play that again. I will do separate hashtags for each of them. Now you can only win one card. If you have already won this month, if you could not enter to win, it's not a strict rule, but I would like to go ahead and spread the love. So if you've won in August, would love that. Not going to enforce it or double check on anybody. But let's go ahead. We will do the first card I'll give away will be the Hooray. Okay, so let me get that giveaway tool ready. If you would like, I just saw Susan's comment. That was a rude awakening, I bet. I'm so sorry. It was kind of a rude awakening for me. And Reagan said she thinks I can fix that just a note sentiment. I think I probably can too. I would just need to go back and take the time to do it, but I agree. Okay, so if you would like to win the Hooray, one time, I'm going to share the right tab. One time over in that chat box, type in hashtag hooray, hashtag HOORAY. Again, you have to be at least 18 years old. You can live anywhere in the world. You must be a subscriber to my channel. And if you happen to notice that you did not type it like it shows on screen, like maybe you forgot the hashtag or you forgot an R, go ahead and retype it. But there is no reason to spam the chat with that word because each username does only get one entry. While you're doing that, I am going to run upstairs and I will put on some music while you're waiting. All right, I'm going to make sure that we are done with the hoorays coming in. And they have slowed way down. So let's find out who is going to win the card on the left. You'll want to keep watching, and you'll also to find out how to claim it. And also, if your name is the one that pulls up as the winner on screen, you're going to want to remember what it said your username was on there, because you will have to put that on the form. You'll also have to put, I think, today's date and describe the card just a little bit to me that you won, just so I make sure I get the card out to the right person. Again, I'm going to tell you how to claim it here in a minute, but you'll have 24 hours to do that. I will take it to the post office the next time I go. Sometimes that's a week, sometimes that's a month, but it will go out, I promise. I just set myself up a new system, so all the cards I give away go right over in a pocket to my left, so they are easy to find. Here we go. All right, good luck to everyone. Congratulations to Jana. Wow, you came in. You stopped lurking right at the right time. Congratulations, Jana. Again, remember what it says on screen for your username, and I will tell you how you will claim that here in just a minute. Until then, I'm going to get the next giveaway ready. So hooray is going to Jana. The next one will be the sheet load hello. Oh, wait. We have a celebration. Linda Veal, welcome to membership. Thank you so very much. Again, make sure to check out that membership tab. You might have to scroll down a little bit, but it's going to have all the links to the information about your perks. Thank you so much. All right, so hooray is given away. I'm going to put that right over in my pocket and my little pouch. And then for hello, let me get that one ready. So Jana cannot enter for this second one. And again, if you have already won in August, please hold off on winning or on entering. Sorry, not on winning. All right. If you would like to win the hello card, which is from the latest sheet load of cards right here, one time over in that chat box, type in hashtag hello, hashtag HELLO. Make sure that you do not put any spaces in there. Make sure the hashtag is included. Again, if you notice that you have mistyped it, go ahead and retype it one time, but you do not need to spam the chat with it. Each username does only get one entry. So that timer for 2 minutes is on. Let me pick another song out. Let's do this one. Barbara G, make sure to type that in correctly so that you're entering. That was perfect timing. That song was getting ready to end just as the timer did. So again, good luck to everyone and congratulations goes to Kenzie. Congratulations, Kenzie. Again, Kenzie is one of my new members, so that is fun. All right, you guys. If you were one of the lucky winners, either Jana or Kenzie, at the bottom of the description box below is a link to a Google form that you will need to fill out within 24 hours. Again, remember what it said on screen for your username. And I love how everybody's over there in the chat congratulating our winners. I wish I had 30 plus cards to give out to everybody who did enter to win. Thank you so much for being here. As we're kind of closing up shop, let me know if you have any additional questions or comments for me before we go. And don't forget, you guys, right here, If you want to get your own glassboard through Glassboard Studio, you can save 15% with the code CALLMECRAFTYAL. All right, it has to be all one word. You have to use it at checkout. It doesn't apply to past orders. I do have links in the description box below for you to go there. They do have lots of accessories, both the magnets and like organization containers. But if you do want... If you are interested in the Glassboard Buddy, this is only available at Tailored Expressions. So, and you know what? Maybe this isn't even made by Glassboard Studio. Maybe this is, goodness, you know, maybe that's why it's only available there. Who makes, you know, like the ink stands? I wonder if they didn't make these, because this does look like it could be 3D printed. That's probably why only Tailored Expressions has them. But that was nice and handy, and I could see, especially for a bigger board, you know, having room for this. That would be great. And again, it has a little opening so you can put your embellishments in here too, and still pour them back into the container that they came in. But let's take one last look. Yes, Brianne. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. Can anybody think of what that, or is it just called the ink stand? And Chris wants to know if it fits a Stampin' Up pad. Chris, I do not have any current Stampin' Up pads, but I'm going to guess the answer is no, unless they've changed something. I think Stampin' Up pads are bigger. So I know that these would fit Tailored Expressions. Oops. These would fit Tailored Expressions. And they fit Gina K Designs. Those are the ones that I have. If anybody is here who has, like, I know Danny has some Stampin' Up pads. If anybody has them, do you know if they're the same size as these and the same shape? Yes, Brianne Loveland, the ink stand. Yes, I bet she made these. Danny, thank you. Danny came in clutch. She says she just compared, and the Stampin' Up ones are bigger. That's what I thought. That's kind of what I thought. Thank you. Oh, Susan thinks the Glassboard Buddy is made by Brutus Monroe. I know they have that Stencil Buddy. I don't know. It doesn't say in here anywhere either. I might have to ask. Or I don't know. Maybe they're not sharing. But you guys, I want to, speak of sharing, share one more time what my beautiful magnetic glass craft mat looks like that Glassboard Studio sent me. You are definitely going to be seeing this in upcoming videos whenever I stencil, or especially do like inky, messy things, because that was great. That was great to be able to wipe it off so nice and easily. Let me see. Comes over there. It says, let me see. Let me get this back up. Sorry, So here it says a Glassboard Buddy. Meet your new best friend. The Glassboard Buddy is designed to stick to your magnetic glassboard, keeping your tools and embellishments right where you need them. Oh, here it is down here, maybe. I don't see the Brutus Monroe, but I don't see anything else either mentioned. Where are you seeing that at, Susan? And it also says to remove it easily, to twist it. All right, but let's go back to here is the page. If you want to go use that discount code for 15% off. And again, I got the Color Burst one here, and they have lots of different sizes. I'm pretty sure that I'm going to have to get the 18 by 24, but I might get the TE one. just because it has those card making measurements, you know, like your stencil and your A2s and stuff like that. So, Susan, the blending buddy is made by Brutus Monroe. I wonder sometimes, you know, when you ask Google stuff now, it tries to give you those AI answers. Maybe it's seeing the blending buddy and thinking that that's the Glassboard buddy. All right. So yes, one last look. I got the ruler, which that came in handy to help keep stuff glued down. And then I got a couple pawn magnets, which I could definitely, ooh, gosh, don't get those close together. I could definitely see myself getting some more of these, maybe in different colors. All right. Well, I don't know that there's any other questions, you guys. Yeah, I'm thinking, Susan, that something is not finding Google correctly on that. I can ask Taylor and see, and that way we'll know for sure, right? I'll reach out. Lost my train of thought there. I don't see any final questions. So thank you so much to everyone who has been here, especially if you've been here the whole time. This was over 2 hours. You guys are troopers. Again, don't forget, if you're watching this on replay or if you come up with any questions, if you were here live, leave those down in that comment section below. And until my next one, friends, I hope you're having a crafty day. Bye-bye.